Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Hi all. Now let's move on to the fourth shape. What is the fourth shape? Again it is a triangle. You may ask me, you have already taken the triangle, then why do you want to take again the triangle? Let me tell you what is the reason again for taking a triangle. Because in a triangle, if you know the base and height, then you can use the formula half times base times height. Suppose you do not know the base and height, but you have been provided with the two adjacent sides. I know the angle between them, which is called as theta. So in that case, what will be the formula you'll be using for you to find the area? Again, here in this case also, perimeter is nothing but sum of all sides. Whereas area, when you know the A and B are two adjacent sides. So when you know the two adjacent sides, then the formula for you to find the area of the triangle is half times A times B times sine theta. So this is the next formula. Now I am going to introduce you to one more triangle, which is called as equilateral triangle. You may ask me, isn't it the same formula is applicable for equilateral triangle what we used in fourth part? We can use it, but particularly I am going to give you one more formula for you to use it whenever it's going to be a equilateral triangle. Again, in this case, since all sides and all angles, you know what is by equilateral triangle? In a triangle, when all sides and all angles are equal, we call it as an equilateral triangle, and each angle will be equal to 60 degrees. So in this case, I can say the perimeter will be L plus L plus L, which is 3L. What will be the area? See, by applying the same formula what you got here, you can use the same formula as half times L times L times sine 60. This is one way of doing. Or there is another formula also which you can use it, which is nothing but root 3 by 4 into L square, where L is nothing but the side of the triangle. Hope you are clear with the formulas. We have seen three different types of triangle formulas based on what is the information or what is the input it is given. I would like to take the next one as parallelogram. What is meant by parallelogram? If you have the opposite sides equal and parallel, we call it as a parallelogram. Okay. And this one is called as base, which you can represent it as B. As always, the height should be the one which is straight such that it touches the base at 90 degrees is what we call it as height. As usual, if you ask me what is the perimeter, we will use sum of all sides. So how many sides we have? 4 sides. If you want, you can write as sum of all 4 sides, or you can write it as sum of all sides. Coming to the area of a parallelogram, what is the area of a parallelogram? It is nothing but base times height. Okay, so this is the formula for parallelogram. Let's move on to the next quadrilateral. What is the next quadrilateral we are going to see, which is called as rhombus. What is meant by rhombus? If you ask me, rhombus is nothing but a four-sided figure in which all sides are again equal. All these sides are equal. And if you ask me whether all the angles are equal, okay, only opposite angles are equal. Okay, this and this will be, this and this will be equal. Similarly, this and this will be equal. But only thing is, this is what we call it as, we call these lines as diagonals. We call it as diagonals. There are two diagonals there. This, if you call it as diagonal 1, we can call this as diagonal number 2. So the shape name is rhombus. So what is rhombus? Rhombus is a four-sided figure in which all sides are equal. What makes the difference between this and square is also a quadrilateral where all sides are equal. But the only thing is, in square, all the angles, corner angles are 90 degrees. But whereas in rhombus, all angles, the corner angles are not 90 degrees, only opposite angles are equal. So having seen with that, diagonals is nothing but D1 and D2. So if you ask me what is the perimeter of rhombus, it is again nothing but L plus L plus L plus L, which is nothing but 4L. And if you ask me what is the formula for finding the area of the rhombus, it is nothing but half times D1 times D2. You can take anything as D1 and you can take anything as D2. It's not a hard and fast rule that you should take only that part. So this is the formula based on which we are going to find the area of the rhombus. Now let's move on to the next shape, kite. Some people might have a doubt, what is the difference between a kite and a rhombus? Rhombus is also a four-sided figure and a kite is also a four-sided figure. But rhombus is a four-sided figure in which all sides are equal. But whereas in a kite, only the adjacent sides are equal. Say for example, if you call this as A, this will be A. If you call this as B, this will be B. These two will be equal. As usual, this will also have two diagonals. You can call any diagonal as diagonal 1 and the other one as diagonal 2. All the diagonals meet each other at 90 degrees like this. So if you come to the perimeter part, it is nothing but sum of all four sides. You can write sum of all sides or you can write sum of all four sides. And what is the area? It has the same formula what we use for area of the rhombus, which is half times D1 times D2. Let's move on to the ninth shape. What is the ninth shape we are going to have is trapezium. What is called as trapezium? A trapezium is again a four-sided figure in which only one pair of opposite sides are parallel to each other. And you will have a height here. You can call the parallel sides one part as A and the other parallel part as B. So this is called as trapezium. Now again, if you ask me what is the perimeter, it's nothing but sum of all four sides, or you can simply say sum of all sides. What is the formula for finding area of a trapezium? It is nothing but half times, you know what are the two parallel sides? Sum them. So it is A plus B times it by height. This is the formula for finding area of a trapezium.